In Chapter 6 of Price, one of the summary or review questions involved the reason for needing your data to have a projected coordinate system, and everybody answered that correctly. But I want to expand that a little bit. So if you have a layer you're working with, a feature class shapefile that does not have a projected coordinate system, how do you deal with that? And the way you cannot deal with that is to project on the fly. So when I open up a new map and I look in the table of contents, there's no coordinate system set. But when I add a layer, so this is from Price, then it will have the properties or the coordinate system of the first layer that I added. So I added this shapefile from Price, and it is unprojected. It has no linear units at all, and if I zoom up here, I can see it's in the geographic coordinate system folder, not the projected coordinate system folder. So what you may want to try, and this won't work, but it would be a reasonable first attempt, would be to project on the fly. Let's say I want to work in Robinson, and Robinson data has linear units. So I've projected that on the fly, but it does not actually change the projection or the coordinate system of the data itself. It just changes how it looks on my map. So you have to actually reproject the data itself, the feature class, the shapefile itself. And there are three ways that you can do that. One is to export that layer, that feature class, into a feature data set that has a projected coordinate system. So I have created a feature data set that has a Robinson projection, and I'm going to export that into, I have to open the projected the feature data set to actually put it in there, and I'm going to say feature data set. And so when I look at this data layer, properties, it has created a new feature class, and it is a projected feature class. So this would now be appropriate to use for a spatial join. Okay, so another way to do that would be to make sure that your table of contents is the coordinate system that you want. So let's say we want the data to be in a, where did it go? In a mall wide. Okay. And I'm going to export the data into a folder. It's going to be a shapefile. The table of contents method. And then I'm going to choose, give that new layer the coordinate system of the data frame. So I've changed the data frame. So this should create an output that is now mole wide. So I've done it that way. And then the third way would be to use the toolbox. And I think it is data management, projections and transformations. And you're not going to define a projection because they already have a definition, but you're going to project it. And so here I'm going to put in country, and maybe I'm going to go ahead and put it in my geodatabase. and I want to name it, oops, here. And now I can choose the output coordinate system, and this time, I could do a tribal, but I'm not going to. Oh, let's try, oh, I don't know. Let's try that one. Okay. And it is projecting. So I have created a new one, and it went in my geodatabase, and it has the projected coordinate system I chose. Now, anything I put into this feature data set will now be converted to whatever the feature data set is, whatever projection I've chosen. So I'm going to go ahead and take that equidistance and put it into inside there, and I'm going to call that toolbox feature data set. So if this is working correctly, this should go back to Robinson, right? So if I go to my properties and I turn on the layers here, I have one in Robinson, one in Mall-wide, one in equidistance, or actually two in Robinson. Yeah, so that was converted to Robinson, and that was my original data. So with each of those processes, I created a new feature class, shapefile feature class inside a feature data set. Did not just reproject on the fly. So all of the layers, except this one, have a projected coordinate system with linear units.